Yes, I have not forgotten my promise about letting you know a little more about endocrine glands. But before that, why is there so much of noise about iodized salts? Why some people are said to be having sugar or the diabetes? And why some of you cry more easily or get angry more easily than others? Have you wondered why? It's all due to various kind of endocrine glands. Now coming to iodized salt. What is iodized salt? Salt is normally sodium chloride, and when it also has iodine compounds, we call it iodized salt. In many places, the natural water does not have adequate amount of iodine, as in the case of Garhwal region. So there, many of the inhabitants, they develop a overgrowth in the throat region, and this disease is called goiter. This goiter is because when there is less iodine, then the hormone thyroxine, which contains iodine, is not produced in enough quantity. As a result, the thyroid gland enlarges and it causes goiter. So next endocrine gland that I am going to tell you about is thyroid gland. It is found in the neck region. It produces thyroxine, and what it does is it coordinates metabolic activities. So if this gland is less active, that is hypothyroidism. Hypo means less. So when the thyroid gland is less active, it is hypothyroidism. As a result, the rate of burning of food or the rate of metabolism reduces, and person is very fat, obesity. It causes obesity. And if it is very active, then it is called hyperthyroidism. Then the symptoms are different. The person is thin, is nervous, feels very cold because doesn't get enough energy. But during hypothyroidism, the person feels cold because is not getting enough of heat produced due to low rate of metabolism. Another gland is pancreas. You know, pancreas is also part of the digestive system, but some of its cells also produce hormones, and the hormone is the insulin, and insulin controls and coordinates sugar metabolism. Now what does that mean? Some of the sugar is burned to release energy, and the extra sugar is changed into glycogen and then stored in liver. It is like your bank. Now if there is not enough of insulin, then sugar is not converted to glycogen, and as a result sugar level in blood increases and it has scores of problems. This disease is called diabetes. Hormones have this problem that they have to be produced in right amount. If it is less or if it is more, there are abnormalities. Still another gland which is right above the kidney is the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland produces adrenaline. The function of adrenaline is to maintain balance of salt. And how does that help? You see a snake, you have not done your homework. Your annual exam report is bad. What happens? There is a sudden rush of blood. There are goose pimples, face turns red, there can be sweat. All these things are because of imbalance of salts, and that is adrenaline. So then comes the adrenaline, because adrenaline when is pumped into blood, it is able to cope with the stress created by the external situation.